In the very heart of Africa lies a nation that could have changed the destiny of the entire world. A country so rich in natural resources that if wealth were decided by the treasures beneath the soil, it would be the richest nation on earth. But fate had something else in store. That country is the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Beneath its land lie resources worth trillions of dollars. Its mighty rivers hold enough power to light up half of Africa. And yet, Congo remains one of the poorest countries on the planet. It's as if nature gave Congo everything, except peace, strength, and prosperity. How did a land so rich in resources become trapped in poverty and war? This is a dark and painful story. A story written in greed and blood, of promises broken, histories erased, and treasures stolen. If you look at the map of Africa, Congo sits right at the centre. It's huge, the second largest country on the continent, stretching across more than 2 million square kilometres. It borders 9 nations, making it one of Africa's most connected regions. And yet, despite its central position, it has only a narrow strip of land reaching the Atlantic, its only route to the sea. Geographically, Congo is like another world altogether. Within it lies a natural treasure, the Congo River Basin, one of the largest rainforests on Earth. It produces nearly 10% of the world's oxygen. The Congo River itself is the deepest river in the world, with enough water to power half of Africa. But the true wealth of Congo lies underground. Cobalt, the key metal used in electric car batteries, is found here in immense quantities. In fact, Congo controls over 70% of the world's cobalt supply. It also holds vast amounts of copper used in wiring, motors and electronics, making Congo one of the top 3 copper-producing nations on Earth. Its soil yields tons of gold every year, much of it dug by hand in small, dangerous mines. And Congo is also one of the world's leading diamond producers, exporting millions of carats annually. Even its land is incredibly fertile, capable of feeding millions. In any other nation, such blessings would have brought prosperity. But for Congo, these riches became a curse. Instead of peace, its resources attracted colonizers, corporations, and conflict. They didn't come to build cities or schools. They came to take, to extract, to control, to own. Railways and ports were built not for the people, but to ship resources out. And that's where Congo's tragedy began. A tragedy that turned one of the world's richest lands into one of its poorest nations. To understand how this happened, we must look back. In the late 1800s, when European powers gathered in Berlin to divide Africa among themselves, one man saw an opportunity: King Leopold II of Belgium. Unlike others, Leopold didn't claim Congo for his country. He claimed it for himself. He named it the Congo Free State, but there was nothing free about it. He turned this gifted land into one giant labour camp. His soldiers forced millions of Congolese men, women, and even children to collect rubber and ivory. Those who resisted faced unimaginable cruelty. Villages burned, families torn apart, limbs cut off for failing quotas. Historians estimate that between 5 to 10 million Congolese died under Leopold's rule. It was one of the darkest chapters in Africa's colonial history. The wealth extracted from Congo, its rubber, ivory and minerals, fueled Europe's industrial boom. The streets of Brussels and London were lit by Congo's suffering. European princes rode in cars with tyres made from Congolese latex, while Congo's people were left in ruins. By 1908, global outrage forced King Leopold to hand over control to the Belgian government. It became the Belgian Congo. The brutality lessened, but exploitation continued. Belgium built railways and ports, but not for the Congolese. They were built to move copper, gold and diamonds out of the country. Education was limited, opportunities were few. Only a handful of Congolese were allowed administrative roles. When Congo finally gained independence in 1960, hope filled the air. People celebrated, believing freedom would bring prosperity. For a brief moment, it looked possible under the leadership of Patrice Lumumba, Congo's first prime minister, who dreamed of a Congo for its people. But the dream didn't last. Lumumba's call for true independence frightened Western powers, who feared losing access to Congo's resources. Within a year, he was overthrown and assassinated. What followed was chaos. Congo fell under the rule of Mobutu Sese Seko, who renamed the country Zaire and ruled for over 30 years. He presented himself as a symbol of African unity, but his regime thrived on corruption and Western support. Billions of dollars worth of resources were extracted, while Mobutu filled his foreign bank accounts. Meanwhile, ordinary Congolese struggled to survive. Even after Mobutu's fall in the 1990s, the exploitation didn't end. Power struggles and wars erupted, conflicts so massive they were called Africa's World Wars. 6 neighbouring countries were drawn in, and millions of people were killed, all over control of Congo's wealth. Economists have a name for this tragedy: the resource curse. It means that nations rich in resources often become targets of greed, corruption, and endless war. And Congo is the clearest example of all. During the Cold War, both the United States and the Soviet Union poured money and weapons into Congo to control its politics and resources. When the Cold War ended, corporations took their place. Private mining companies and warlords fought for gold, diamonds, and cobalt. As the world's demand for electronics and electric vehicles grew, Congo was thrust back into the global spotlight. Armed groups seized mines. Smuggling became routine. Corruption hit new highs. The minerals kept leaving Congo, but the profits never returned. Miners earned just a few dollars a day, while the metals they dug fueled billion-dollar industries abroad. Today, most of Congo's mines are controlled by foreign companies. The cobalt that powers iPhones, Teslas, and laptops comes from this soil. Yet the people who extract it still live without electricity, clean water, or schools. As the world races toward renewable energy and electric cars, the demand for cobalt and copper continues to surge. These are the metals that power the future, and they all come from Congo. Whoever controls Congo's mines controls the future of the world. China has now become the largest investor in Congo's mining sector. Chinese companies finance or control most of its cobalt and copper mines. They've built roads, railways, and power lines, not for Congo's development, but to speed up resource extraction. Meanwhile, the US and Europe are watching, worried and dependent. Their electronics and battery industries rely on cobalt, yet they have little direct access. And so, Washington and Brussels are once again returning to Congo, this time with new trade deals and critical mineral partnerships.
Once again, Congo finds itself caught in a war, not a military one, but an economic war. The players have changed, but the game remains the same. Congo provides the resources and receives nothing in return. But Congo's story isn't just one of pain, it's one of lost potential. For centuries, outsiders saw only Congo's riches, never its people. The hardworking men and women who risk their lives to mine these resources are Congo's true treasure. Congo still has everything it needs to become a great nation: its rivers, its fertile soil, its minerals. But to do so, the cycle of exploitation must finally end. Congo's story must no longer be written by outsiders, it must be written by its own people. It should have been one of the richest lands on earth. Instead, it became one of the saddest. Maybe now, it's time for justice. The world has taken so much from this land: its ivory, its rubber, its copper, its cobalt, and even its blood. Perhaps, just once, the world could give something back. The next time you unlock your phone, drive your car, or charge your battery, remember, a piece of Congo powers your life. Maybe it's the soil, or the sweat and tears of its people. How long will the world keep taking from a nation that has already given everything? Congo doesn't need the world's mercy, it needs justice. And the day that justice finally comes, nothing will stop Congo from rising again. Until next time, take care of yourselves. And we'll see you soon, in another story from the American Rewind.